Yo, what's up, guys? It's Cyril, and we finally got episode 1 of Rick and Morty's new season 5 that premiered last night. I watched the video. I'm going to break it down. Easter eggs, things you might have missed, get into the episode and break it down a little bit. We get a new character who's actually old in terms of the timeline of Rick and Morty, so that was nice. Meet an old friend of Rick's, and we get some character development of some of the main characters. So I'll show you guys what you might have missed. Thanks for watching. Let's get into it. To start episode 1 off, you guys might have watched the cold open that they released a couple of days ago. It was about a 40 second intro. And in this intro, you see a bunch of crystals smashed and flying around as Rick and Morty are getting chased. You can see alternate timelines. We've seen these crystals before. They look similar to crystals that we saw last season in season 4. Some of them are very small, but the ones where you can break them down, I paused it. I tried to check them out. There's some pretty funny ones. There's one where Morty's a tree. Obviously, we have the one that they name drop where they kind of look like Blade. There's one where Morty kind of looks like he's main character in a Grease, the movie episode. We see one where they're kind of like disfigured and disformed. There's one where Rick kind of has like this octopus kind of squid mouth. There's a lot going on, so I'll show them up here on the screen. But I tried to look for an evil Morty, maybe see if they would sneak one in episode 1 on us. I didn't see an evil Morty. There is like a gangster Rick and Morty where they both have like gold chains and stuff on. There's one where Morty has on a ripped tuxedo type of suit thing. So there's some pretty cool ones in there just to start the video. So some of the things you might have missed there. Also in terms of Easter egg background stuff, the only thing I was able to find so far was there's a picture of Mr. Snuffles up in, I think it looks like the kitchen. If you guys don't remember, Snuffles was the dog who then they gave the ability to talk, and he gets in the robot suit. And he's on now in like a different planet where he's kind of like a ruler, like a leader of some dogs. But the family still has pictures of him up in the house, which I thought was really nice. So I noticed that, and I'll put that up as well. Okay, now in terms of characters and character development, the main thing going on this episode was Mr. Nimbus. We finally figure out that Rick has a permanent nemesis, and his name is Mr. Nimbus, and he's basically king of the sea, but he also controls the police, which I thought was a funny thing. They never really explained why. It was just kind of like he controls the police, you know, why not? It makes sense. It's Rick and Morty, so that was a pretty fun thing to see him do. He controls the police, so that was a fun touch. We also learned that he was one of Rick's like oldest and original friends, definitely at least that we know in terms of the timeline. He kind of says that Rick is a shell of himself, and he remembers back when, you know, Rick and Diane were together. He also hints at knowing Rick when he had another predecessor or protege before Morty. We don't get any more than a name that I believe he says is like Kelly or Kyle. So we get that. And again, we just see that Rick's continuation from season 3, season 4 of being alone, a shell of himself, going down this path, that continues on here as well. Then with Morty, he continues on the same path, and his big thing this episode is Jessica. Jessica comes over for a date. Doesn't really go well for Morty, but Jessica and Morty do finally kiss. So it's been 5 seasons. They finally kiss. They talk about how the timing doesn't work out. And we see Jessica get trapped in time. They talk about time a lot in this episode. Timing's not working. Timing almost works. Then in the end, Jessica's like, let's just be friends. But we'll both have our moments moving forward. So here and there, I'm guessing, like they did in the seasons before, they'll have little episodes here and there where, you know, they get the whole will they, won't they type of feeling. But they did kiss. So go Morty, good for you. The biggest thing in this episode for me in terms of character development was Beth and Jerry's relationship. They're continuing to go to therapy. They seem to be doing a lot better and not focusing on Rick anymore, which is great for the relationship, but focusing on each other and being sex positive, experimenting, doing things together. But they seem a lot happier, a lot better, and they're working through their problems. So it was really nice to see that continuation as their relationship changes from season to season. So that was fun. We do see Summer for a little bit. Her character seems pretty much the same. We didn't see her but for like 30 seconds this episode. So not a ton in terms of her. We'll see if we see more of her, if she's had any character change. But so far, she's the pretty static, similar character we've seen every season. Not a lot of change from her. If you guys saw anything from this episode that I might have missed in the background in terms of Easter eggs or, images that I may have missed, please let me know down in the comments. I can't wait for next week's episode to come out so I can dive into that one as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you.